Hey guys, Jordan here. In this video, I'm going to be talking about policies and procedures, so let's get into it. All right, so on this channel, I talk about real estate photography, so if that's something you're interested in, make sure to hit that subscribe button. On this video, I want to talk a little bit about policy and procedure manuals. And for me, I think it's very important, especially if you have multiple team members. When should you create a policy and procedures? I think there's a lot of resources online to create one pretty easily, I guess. And I think I even give ours out to some students. But yeah, I think it's important to set standards. And if you ever have any issues with people on your team, and you have a signed policy and procedure manual, you have something to back up on. Say this person didn't follow this policy that we have within our company. Maybe that's attendance. I think there's a lot of topics that are very important to go over, and let your team members know what's expected of them at work. And I think that's one of the key reasons why a policy and procedure manual is very important, just to kind of set that initial baseline of what you expect at your company and what the culture is like and what are the non-negotiables that you guys deal with. Now we issue work vehicles, so there's all kinds of things that we talk about on that realm of thing because we've had issues in the past. I think it's important to learn from those issues, implement things in your policy and procedures, so going forward they become less problematic. But yeah, I think as a solo person, it's probably not important to, unless I guess you don't need a policy and procedures manual if you're a solo operator, but it's definitely something to consider if you're bringing on, even if you're bringing on an additional person. I think it's important to have something. It might not be all that expensive, but at least go over attendance, some of the basic expectations. Maybe you have an NDA or some different things that you want people to sign or whatever. It just depends on what you value at your company and the things that you place importance and emphasis on, right? And I think it really does set you up for success, right? One thing that we also like to implement is a 90-day probationary period for new hires, because I could probably talk about this in another video, but I think it's important that you give yourself time, because sometimes the person that shows up for the interview isn't necessarily the person that shows up for the job, and you need to give yourself time to have that honeymoon phase wear off and be able to see, okay, is this person really a good fit for the role or not? And then we have a 90% rate of people that make it to their 90 days, but there is that 1 out of 10 individual that doesn't or isn't a right fit, and so we move on. But we have a 90-day probationary period in our policy and procedures, and we know what's expected of them, the punctuality, we're a little bit more strict on somebody that's new, because they gotta prove that they can do job basics, right? We've had people with great personalities, great customer service skills, yet they can't show up on time to a job. And so that's one of those basic job requirements that are important. Put in your policy and procedures so that, if you go back, you might need to cut ties with them. Hey, you signed the policy and procedure. The policy says you will be on time to your shoots, or this or that, or, so you have grounds. It's not just one person's word over the other. You went over this, they signed it. Policy and procedures, very, very important. I think maybe even underutilized in the business world, but I think it's very important for me not to have our team members know what's expected of them at work. And I think that's the biggest value that a policy and procedure manual has. So anyways, that's it for this video. If you got value, hit the like button. We'll see you guys on the next one.